This video will show you how to do a basic Google Analytics installation on your Business Catalyst website using the Universal Analytics Tracking Code. Now, this may not be the final tracking code that you'll use for advanced implementations or for e-commerce implementations, but this will get you started. This is Mike Salander with the BC Academy. Now, Google reports the best practice is to place the code immediately before the closing head tag. There are a few different ways to install the tracking code onto your website. Option 1 is to put it directly into the head of the templates. This is the most straightforward way, but if you ever need to change your code, you'll have to go to a variety of different places to make updates, so it is not the preferred method. Option 2 is to put it in a content holder and reference it in the head of the templates. The good thing about putting it in a content holder is that your customer or non-technical people on your staff will be able to access it in the admin section of Business Catalyst. Option 2 is to put it in a content holder and reference this into the head of the templates. This will make it so you only have one place to go and update the code if you need to, and will also expose it in the admin editor in case your client or non-technical staff want to edit it. Option 3 is to put it in an include file and reference it in the head of the templates. Include files are only available via the FTP, so this is a good option if you do not want this exposed in the back end of Business Catalyst. And then option 4 is kind of best of both worlds in our opinion, and that is you put it inside of a content holder if you do want to expose it in the back end of Business Catalyst, but place it in an include file that is referenced in the head of the templates, because we recommend having the include file in your templates for all of the things that are shared components for your header amongst all the different templates. Please note that you can also use the Google Tag Manager to install the code. However, that is not covered in this tutorial. So there are a couple options for getting the code. The first is grabbing the tracking code from the tracking code section in Google Analytics, and that's what I'm going to go through in this video. The second option is using the Google Analytics Manager app from the BC App Store. And there's a link right there to go to it, and it will give you the code to place onto your website. The code it gives you in that app is more advanced than what we're going to go through today. Today, we're just going through the basic install for Google Analytics. After you have your Google Analytics account set up, we need to go to the admin section at the top. Underneath the property column in the middle, we're going to click on tracking info, and it's going to click on the tracking code link. Here we're going to see our tracking code, and we can click to copy this. Now, moving over to Dreamweaver, I have my homepage template loaded. So option 1 is I can just take that code and paste it right into here, click save, and I can go and do that for the rest of my templates on the left hand side. That's option 1. Option 2 is I can go ahead and go to the back end, go to Site Manager, Content Holders, and create a content holder for Google Analytics. And I'll paste the code in here. We can then come over to our template and put a reference to that content holder, bringing in Google Analytics into the head. Now, our third option is we can create an include file for the Google Analytics. We like to do this underneath the includes folder underneath _system, which we've created. And so I can go ahead and create a new file here. Open this up, paste the code, save and publish, and then put a reference to the include instead of the content holder. The fourth option is to put the Google Analytics content holder inside of the include that is your head. I'll pull up this file, and you can see here's where we have links to our style sheets and JavaScript files, and so I can go ahead and place our link to our Google Analytics code right here. And I could place the Google Analytics code right in this include file, but I would like to have this self-contained, so if I want to go and just make updates to the Google Analytics, I don't have to worry about someone messing with these files. So to check your installation, you're going to want to refresh your page, right-click and hit View Page Source, and you can see that the script has been placed into the head of the document. There's also a plugin for Google Chrome called the Tag Assistant by Google. I can click on this, and I can say, check this page now. And here I can see whether or not my Google Analytics has been installed correctly, and I have a green smiley face indicating to me that it is correct. So once you have updated your homepage template, you're going to do the same thing for all other templates on your website where you'd like Google Analytics to track. Another way to check to make sure the code has been installed correctly is to go over to the reporting section in Google Analytics, click on real time, and go to overview. Assuming that you have the website open in another browser or another tab, you should see active pages that you're on or your active session. So here I know that I am on the home page and that my location is in Chicago, so I can see that the Google Analytics code is tracking properly.